I want to go to Uvalde. Just wait, man, that's been like a complete crapshoot. What happened in Uvalde and how that played out.
Yeah. What's the latest after they fired the chief of police?
Well, nothing really, as far as that. It's just how it all played out. One, the police didn't respond, didn't go in. Another thing is the fact that they just didn't fire this guy, which is actually pretty strange to me. They held on to him, all during the
Yeah,
summer.
they held on a
School
long time.
started again, and they just, wouldn't let this guy go, knowing that he really messed up, by not, letting the officers go in and going after the shooter. Because I think we figured out back in, when they did the shooting um, in the '90s that okay, the Columbine shooting. Hey, you know what? We're not going to wait anymore. Let's not wait. Let's go in. Let's take out the shooter and then start administering first aid. So he said, "Man, this guy, everyone knew that. That's the plan. All the training that you have." And it turned out these officers didn't really do the actual training. They kind of maybe
Yeah,
signed off on it,
yeah,
and really didn't do it.
that's right. They were. I saw some of that stuff online, and then the weird partnerships that school had with that AI company to predict shootings and stuff. That didn't go anywhere. That didn't do anything. But of course, it feeds the machine where people are thinking like, "Uh oh, this is some kind of experiment. This is some kind of social thing. What's going on here?" I'm not going to endorse that view on your radio show, Mike. I respect you too much.
Yeah, what I don't like is they're using this to come after firearms now. You're saying, hey, you have what the what the Knicks is going to do starting in November, on November the 14th, I think it is. If you're under 21 and you're buying a firearm, which you can only buy a long gun anyway, you're buying a firearm, you're actually going to be delayed automatically. And
Yeah.
there's a possibility you can be delayed up to 10 days.
Wow.
And they're going a step further now.
Enhanced.
They're not just saying, "Hey, we're going to delay you." They're also going to report you you're going to be reported to the local law enforcement as well. And yeah, so just for you being delayed, and so that local law enforcement can look into that and all that kind of stuff. So it's really weird how they're doing this, and they're going a little further than what the bill actually says.
So you gotta
Once again,
on principle, you gotta stop them for that.
so what they did
Yeah.
was they put it all together. They said, okay, you know what we can do? There's that delayed denial that was actually passed in the bill earlier this year in June. And so we can take that portion of it where a person is delayed or denied when they walk into a gun store, they fill out the 4473, transaction comes back as delayed or denied.
Yeah.
You're going to be reported to, the FBI and also every law enforcement agency in the country. The reason I'm saying every law enforcement agency in the country is because they're putting that information in what they call the NCIS, the National Criminal Instant, check system. I forget what it's called, the NCIS. And once they put that in that system, every law enforcement agency in the country has access to this.
You're
This
saying Knicks, right?
I'm not saying
You're
Knicks. No,
saying
I'm not
NCIS.
in.
It's a
I'm not
different
saying
thing. Okay.
not the. Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
Well, I don't know. Is it something different from Knicks?
Yeah, it is different. Did I say NCIC?
You said NCIS.
Yeah, NCIS. Correct.
National Criminal Intelligence Service?
No, no,
Because
no,
National
That's a
Instinct,
UK
no,
thing.
the National,
no, no.
I can't say it now,
I know.
but Nix is the normal FBI database.
Correct. Not the Knicks.
Okay, yeah.
No, not the Knicks. But there's a database system.
NCIC?
No, that's the Knicks. There's a
So many
database.
databases.
There's a database system that they're putting that information in, and then every law enforcement agency in the country has access to it. And so now they're saying, hey, if you're 18, 19, 20 years old, we're going to do the same thing. You walk to the gun store starting in November. I believe it's November the 14th.
Yeah.
You walk to the gun store, and if you're going to be delayed automatically. Okay, so once you're delayed, that information is going to be put in that same system,
Yeah.
and every law enforcement agency is going to have access to it.
National Crime Information Center,
That's it.
NCIC.
That's it.
National Crime.
It's
No.
available to federal, state, and local law enforcement and other criminal justice agencies and is operational 24 hours a day, 365.
There's an S in there somewhere.
Dang, dude. Well, I think SAF is suing. I think I heard SAF is suing on this one, and some what they call enhanced checks that like states like Maine
And
pass.
I've contacted the Senator John Cornyn's office in reference to this as well, and they're just steering clear, of this because they actually helped craft this bill.
Dude, he's been such a friend, hasn't he? He's
Uh,
he,
And it's like, look, guys, they're like, well, we didn't know they were doing that. Yeah. What do you think they're going to do? You give them the inch, they'll take a mile.
Wasn't that part of his compromise bill that he passed a few months
Yes,
ago or
that is
whatever?
correct.
This guy.
This
Yeah,
is
he
the
went over
bill.
to the other side for that Senate majority, right, to
Right.
pass that gun
This
control.
is the bill.
This
That's
guy.
right. And everything's coming out now as you peel the layers back,
Yeah.
and because you have the Biden administration in office now, so they're like, hey, ATF's like, you know what? I bet you we can get away with this also. And we can go a step further and push that envelope and just, push, blow some air in that balloon, just widen it a little bit.
Well, all I can say is I hope there's some young players who want to take it on. I think it's an easy win out here in Texas if FPC or SAF get involved. Bring that to the Fifth Circuit, New Orleans. They'll blow a hole through that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
No big deal.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so all that that's what's coming out of Uvalde, and I don't think the state, I don't think Texas is going to do anything different.
To your point about Uvalde, yeah, and to this, it's like whatever they were trying to sell with Uvalde, it didn't work. Remember Matthew McConaughey
The shoes?
in the White House or
Mhm,
whatever that
mhm,
was about? What the
mhm.
heck was that about? They were trying to sell
Don't know.
something.
Don't know
I don't think they understood what
what they were trying to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So again, this is like we should be thankful that millennials run the White House.
I
You know.
I think that because the thing was, this kid waited until he was of age, so
Oh yeah, it's all
he waited till he was
Yeah.
of age.
so yeah. Cornyn gives them
So
their
at
priorities anyway.
At
yeah.
what point do you do it? He's gonna wait. He wants to do something. He's dead on doing something. He's gonna wait until he gets what he can get to do what he wants to do.
My buddy said at least the millennials run the CIA now, so it was like a really messy school shooting that nobody bought. There's no clear narrative, just because everybody's lazy.
Hmm. All right, we come back. We're gonna talk about Ohio. We're gonna talk about the court ruling that allows Ohio cities to make their own gun laws. In Texas, we have we have something different in Texas. You can't do that in Texas. We'll talk about that. Going to compare Ohio to Texas. We come back. This is Michael Cargill, and you are listening to Come and Talk It.